Number 10. That microwave popcorn bag? It's basically a toxic party in your kitchen. Imagine this. It's movie night, and you're cozied up on the couch, eagerly awaiting that irresistible aroma wafting from the microwave. You pop open the bag, and bam, that rich, buttery scent hits you like a warm hug. But hold on a second, what if I told you that heavenly smell isn't from real butter at all? Nope, it's a sneaky compound known as diacetyl, and trust me, it's not your friend. This chemical has a dark side. It's been linked to serious lung issues that can leave you gasping for air. Picture the scene back in the early 2000s. Factory workers spending their days surrounded by clouds of this artificial butter flavoring. Day in and day out, they're inhaling it, and before long, their lungs start to rebel. Doctors even coined a term for it, popcorn lung, because the damage mimics what happens in severe respiratory diseases, turning healthy tissue into stiff, scarred messes that can't bounce back. It's irreversible, like trying to unscramble an egg once it's cooked. And get this, the companies behind these products? They had inklings this was happening but dragged their feet on changes, prioritizing profits over people. Fast forward, and when regulations finally kicked in to phase out diacetyl in popcorn production, where do you think it ended up? Straight into the world of vaping liquids. Yeah, folks are voluntarily puffing on the very same stuff that wrecked those workers' health, all for that familiar taste. It's like inviting a known troublemaker to your party and wondering why things go south. But wait, the drama doesn't stop with the flavoring. That convenient bag you're nuking? It's coated with substances similar to those in non-stick cookware, designed to keep the popcorn from sticking but leaching into your treat when heated. These perfluorinated compounds aren't just harmless additives. They've raised red flags for potential health risks over time. So next time that scent fills your kitchen, ask yourself, is this really worth it? Or is it your body subtly waving a warning flag? It's a classic case of convenience clashing with caution, and knowing the backstory might just have you reaching for stovetop popcorn instead. As we move on, let's think about how these hidden hazards sneak into our routines. It's sneaky, right? Like a wolf in sheep's clothing, promising comfort but delivering chaos. And speaking of everyday staples that aren't what they seem, our next one hits close to home for anyone who's ever fried up dinner. Number 9. The great vegetable oil myth, heart hero or hidden villain. You've probably stood in your kitchen, pouring that clear golden vegetable oil into a pan, patting yourself on the back for choosing the heart-healthy option over butter. It's marketed as the smart swap, the one that keeps your ticker ticking smoothly. But what if I revealed that this so-called savior is more like a double agent, potentially stirring up trouble inside your body? Let's peel back the layers. Unlike the gentle pressing that gives us olive oil, vegetable oils from seeds like canola or soybean undergo a brutal extraction process. They blast the seeds with extreme heat and douse them in hexane, a solvent you'd find in gasoline, to squeeze out every last drop. It's industrial-level stuff, far from the natural vibe the labels suggest. The end result? Oils loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. Now, your body does need a bit of these for balance, but an overload is like flipping on an inflammation alarm that won't shut off. Think of it as pouring gasoline on a campfire. Things heat up fast, and not in a good way, potentially contributing to chronic issues down the line. These oils are ubiquitous, lurking in everything from salad dressings to snacks, and fast food joints adore them for their low cost and reusability. But after repeated frying, they degrade into something akin to sludge, infusing your fries with unwanted byproducts. Remember the era when fats like butter and coconut oil were vilified as artery cloggers? That narrative was flipped on its head by clever campaigns pushing vegetable oils as the wholesome alternative. It's reminiscent of those old ads convincing everyone that certain gems are must-haves for romance, pure marketing magic. Meanwhile, our ancestors thrived on those traditional fats without the modern health woes we see today. It's almost funny how we've come full circle, realizing that a pat of real butter might not be the enemy after all. Ever wonder why your grandma's recipes tasted so darn good and kept everyone going strong? She might have been onto something. This revelation could boil your blood, but it's empowering too. Knowledge is your best defense against these slick deceptions. Shifting gears now, let's talk about breakfast. That quick morning ritual you rely on to kickstart your day? It might be setting you up for a crash landing instead. Number 8. Instant oatmeal. From wholesome start to sugar trap. There you are, bleary-eyed in the morning, congratulating yourself as you tear open that packet of instant oatmeal. It's quick, it's convenient, and hey, oats are supposed to be a superfood, right? But beneath that cozy image lies a processed product that's had most of its goodness stripped away, leaving you with something closer to a sugary imposter than a nutritious meal. Here's how it goes down. Manufacturers take hearty oats and subject them to intense steaming, high-heat cooking, and flattening into ultra-thin flakes. This speeds up prep time but obliterates the natural fiber and nutrients that make oats beneficial for steady energy and gut health. To mask the blandness, they pile on the sweeteners anywhere from 10 to 17 grams per serving. That's dessert territory, folks. Like starting your day with a candy bar but without the fun factor. Your blood sugar? It skyrockets like a rocket launch, only to plummet just as dramatically, leaving you foggy-headed and scavenging for snacks by mid-morning. It's akin to a faulty elevator up and down with no smooth ride in sight. And the irony? These packets are touted as heart-smart choices, complete with wholesome imagery on the box. Imagine slapping a diet-approved label on a slice of cake. It's that level of misdirection. Why does this matter? Because that initial energy dip triggers a cycle of cravings, turning your productive morning into a battle against the munchies. If you've ever felt like a foraging animal raiding the pantry before lunch, this could be why. The real kicker is how easy it is to swap for old-fashioned oats, which retain their integrity and keep you fueled longer. It's a small change with big payoffs, reminding us that sometimes slower is better. Now, let's swim over to the seafood section, where things get fishy in more ways than one. Number 7. Farmed salmon's colorful facade. Beauty on the outside, trouble within. Strolling through the grocery store, your eyes land on that vibrant pink salmon fillet gleaming under the lights. You snag it, feeling like you've scored a win for your omega-3 intake and overall wellness. But what if that appealing hue is more artifice than nature, hiding a host of issues beneath the surface? In the wild, salmon earn their rosy color from a diet rich in krill and other marine life. Farmed versions, however, they're pale gray by default, lacking that natural pigment. To make them market-ready, producers add synthetic colorants to their feed, using tools like color fans, think paint samples to dial in the perfect shade. It's cosmetics for fish, ensuring they look photo-ready on your plate. Life on these farms is no picnic either. The salmon are packed into dense pens, wallowing in polluted waters teeming with waste. To combat the inevitable diseases, they're dosed with antibiotics at alarming rates, turning them into floating pharmacies. This unnatural setup skews their fat profile, ramping up those inflammation-promoting omega-6 seconds while skimping on the good stuff. Worse yet, studies have detected elevated levels of contaminants like PCBs and dioxins in farmed salmon, residues from their environment and feed. And when escapes happen, which they do, these fish mingle with wild populations, spreading illnesses like an oceanic epidemic. It's like biting into what you think is a premium burger, only to find out it's mystery meat in disguise. Ever pause to consider the journey from farm to fork? This insight might steer you toward wild-caught options or plant-based alternatives. Knowledge like this empowers your choices, turning a simple meal into a mindful one. Halfway through our list, and the revelations keep coming. Next up, a snack that's fooled us all at some point. Number 6. Trail mix, nature's candy in disguise. You're at the store, eyeing the impulse buys near the register, and that bag of trail mix calls out with its rugged packaging, hikers scaling peaks, promises of energy on the go. You grab it, convinced it's the virtuous pick over chips or sweets. But let's unpack this. That mix is often a calorie bomb masquerading as health food, packing more punch than you'd bargain for. A single serving can rival a donut in sugar and calories, blending chocolate bits, sweetened yogurt coatings, and candied nuts into a deceptive delight. It's like a candy bar that's hit the gym, bulking up with a few almonds for credibility. Those dried fruits? They're frequently oil-fried and sugar-dusted, transforming wholesome produce into addictive morsels. The marketing is genius, evoking adventures in the great outdoors while you're likely snacking from your desk or sofa. One handful leads to another, and poof, you've downed half your day's intake without breaking a sweat. Compare that to the effort of eating a real trail meal. This stuff is engineered for easy overindulgence. Humor me. Have you ever polished off a bag during a binge-watch session, only to feel that sugar rush fade into regret? It's a trap many fall into, but awareness is the first step out. Opt for homemade mixes with raw nuts and minimal add-ins to reclaim the true spirit of the snack. Continuing the theme of fruity facades, our next entry takes it a step further. Number 5. Dried fruit, sweet little lies in every bite. In the quest for better habits, you bypass the candy aisle and opt for dried fruit, figuring it's nature's own treat. Smart move? Not entirely, as this shrunken produce packs a sugary surprise that rivals processed sweets. Remove the water from fresh fruit, and what's left is a concentrated essence. Think an apple's modest 10 grams of sugar ballooning to 57 grams in its dried form for the same portion. Producers don't stop there. They gloss the pieces with oil to prevent clumping, sprinkle on extra sweeteners for that irresistible pop, and preserve with sulfur dioxide for eternal shelf life. A cup of dried cranberries? It could outsugar a soda can, yet it's easy to graze through volumes equivalent to multiple whole fruits. Ever tried downing 8 apples fresh? Your stomach would protest midway, thanks to the natural water and fiber acting as built-in brakes. Dried versions strip those away, leaving you with pure temptation. It's fruit amplified, like a whisper turned into a shout, all the sweetness without the satiety. Rhetorically, why do we fall for this? Packaging plays a part, portraying it as a clean snack, but armed with facts, you can enjoy sparingly or stick to fresh for fuller satisfaction. As we near the top, let's quench our thirst for truth with a beverage bust. Number 4. Bottled green tea. Where did the goodness go? Grabbing a chilled bottle of green tea from the cooler, you sip away, envisioning a flood of antioxidants battling free radicals in your body. It's the on-the-go health boost, right? Sadly, that factory-fresh bottle often delivers more hype than help. The bottling process involves pasteurization, heating the tea to zap bacteria and extend shelf life. Handy for storage, but devastating for those precious catechins and polyphenols, wiping out up to 90% of them. Your pricey sip might boast just 10 milligrams of antioxidants, while a home-brewed cup from a basic tea bag delivers 150 milligrams or more. To compensate for the flavor flatline, brands stir in heaps of sugar, turning your healthy drink into a soda rival. It's premium-priced brown liquid with a wellness wrapper, fooling you into thinking you're upgrading your hydration. Imagine paying top dollar for a shadow of the real thing. Why not steep your own in minutes? It's fresher, potent, and wallet-friendly. This switch could be your gateway to authentic benefits, like a clearer mind and steadier energy. Approaching the podium, our third spot exposes a premium ploy. Number 3. Organic treats junk in fancy clothes. Browsing the health store, those organic cookies catch your eye, their labels whispering promises of guilt-free indulgence. You splurge, believing the organic tag transforms them into allies for your well-being. But let's strip away the illusion. These are still cookies, loaded with the same pitfalls as their conventional cousins. Organic sugar metabolizes identically to refined varieties, spiking your insulin without mercy. The flour? Often white and nutrient-void, regardless of farming methods. You're essentially forking over extra cash for a feel-good story, like upgrading to a luxury label on the same old outfit. Marketers master this game, adorning packages with pastoral scenes and earthy hues to evoke purity. Shoppers clamor for these elevated edibles, but your body doesn't distinguish. The calories hit the same. The real winner? The brand's bottom line, thriving on our quest for better-for-you bites. It's amusing how a badge can blind us, but clarity comes from checking ingredients over buzzwords. A treat remains a treat. Moderation is key, organic or not. Runner-up time, and this one's bubbly with betrayal. Number 2. Kombucha craze. Probiotic power or pricey fizz? Shelling out for that artisanal kombucha bottle, you toast to your microbiome, expecting a probiotic party in every gulp. Fermented tea sounds so virtuous, doesn't it? Yet many commercial versions are more masquerade than miracle. Authentic kombucha thrives with live cultures, but mass production demands stability. Pasteurization steps in, heating the brew to neutralize risks like bottle explosions from ongoing fermentation. Result? Those beneficial bugs are toast, leaving you with a sweetened, effervescent echo of the original. Brands might still tout probiotics, but it's hollow hype, like advertising a ghost town is bustling. Extra sugars mask the tang, edging it towards soda territory. Unless it's labeled raw and unpasteurized, you're sipping a stylish scam. Why the premium price for diluted dreams? Brew your own or seek truly live options to harvest the gut gains. It's a lesson in label literacy, turning skepticism into savvy. And finally, the top spot goes to a pantry staple that's anything but simple. Number 1. Canned soup. Comfort in a can or chemical stew? Popping open a can of vegetable soup for a quick, nourishing meal feels like adulting at its finest. Low-fat, veggie-packed, ready in minutes. But lurking in that broth is a salty surprise that could make the Dead Sea jealous, with sodium levels high enough to preserve a mummy. That crave-worthy umami? Often courtesy of monosodium glutamate, MSG, camouflaged as yeast extract or natural flavors. It tricks your taste buds into endless longing, priming you for more processed picks. Preservatives abound too, ensuring eternal shelf life. Think cans outlasting civilizations. Labels like healthy choice add to the allure, but it's a facade for a lab-like concoction. Heating it up serves a preserved potion that's tough on your kidneys over time. Ever wondered why one bowl leaves you thirsty and unsatisfied? That's the sodium talking. In truth, homemade soups offer control and freshness without the additives. It's worth the effort for real comfort. Whew, what a journey through these food facades. If any of these shocked you or sparked a change in your habits, drop a comment below sharing your thoughts. I'd love to hear which one hit hardest. And if you want more deep dives like this, hit that like button to show your support. Thanks for watching.